Begin afresh every morning. Devotional thoughts for women.
Greetings, my beloved friends. Today, June 7th, 2023, our devotional is entitled, Satan Loses a Battle. The scripture reading is taken from Job chapter 2, verse 3. Then the Lord said to Satan, Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil? And still he holds fast to his integrity, although you incited me against him to destroy him without cause. It is Satan, not God, who wants our happiness. Job's life had a solid foundation. In spite of losing his children, his possessions, and his wife's support, he continued to trust in God. When we lose everything and all we have left is God, we have all we need. Satan lost his first battle. Job acknowledged the sovereignty of God over what he had received from him. He demonstrated that we can love God for who He is and not for what He gives us. The greatest test was not the pain or the loss, but Job's inability to understand why God permitted these things to happen to him. As Christians, we are not exempt from tribulations, and although many times we do not understand the reason for the circumstances we must face, they help us rediscover God in our lives. The attacks of Satan are limited by God's will and by the attitude with which we respond to them. Can Satan persuade God to change his plans for us? God's goodness is unalterable. God allowed Satan to carry his own evil plan because he trusted Job to come through it unscathed, and because his character of divine love and justice was on trial before the heavenly host. Job faced these severe tribulations without understanding the reason for them, and with total silence from God. When the student is taking a test, the teacher is silent, but present. What should our attitude be towards trials and tribulations? When Jesus was living his last days as a human being on this earth, and he described to the disciples the trials they would face, he gave us a model to follow when we meet tribulations. The disciples listened with sorrow and amazement as the Master spoke to them. The announcement of his suffering and death seemed incomprehensible to them. Peter understood later on the purpose of suffering. Beloved, do not think it strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange things happen to you, but rejoice to the extent that you partake of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory is revealed, you may also be glad with exceeding joy. 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 12 and 13. When we overcome trials with a good attitude, we obtain a wonderful victory over Satan.